Konbanwa minasan, this is Chronicle. Okay, I'm going to go through this new character, Trumpeter, from Shin Megami Tensei 3 Collaboration. And then he is considered a magic attacker with debuff and buff, as well as he can inflict all types of alchemy effects. And then he is also a fly unit as well. Yeah, so basically, he can move around the map almost everywhere. But then same goes to the other fly unit, his shooting resistance will reduce. Yeah, so beware. And then I only fully maxed this, and this kit. Yeah, not so bad. The rest is only this much. And then with magic attack and area attack. And of course you can switch with the accuracy up or maybe status resistance. Yeah, up to you. And then with magic attack usual. And then healing power or guards or maximum jewel. And then physical defense plus any resistance. And magic defense or luck, anything. And about the phantom memory, that's equipped with the narrow memory, should be good enough. Yeah, because narrow greatly increase the aim attack plus magic attack. Yeah, these two. And of course, you can actually switch with, like for example, accuracy up or maybe resistance or area attack. Yeah, up to you. But I think narrow memory should be the best choice right now. And for the leader skill, it greatly increased the magic attack, as you can see, 40%. And then with the death sentence resistance. And if you master his third gate, this magic attack will split into all attack 20% and magic attack 20%. Yeah, so at least you can mess around with other types. Yeah, but then magic attacker is still 40%, so beware. And about his Kaigan laser, after when you unlock his 7th gate, well, it greatly increases his HP, not bad. And then with some magic attack and area attack. And then along with the strong versus a dark. Yeah, and so. And this will be his other status. His jewel gain is pretty high for some reason. And then magic attack, and then strong versus the elemental. Yeah, quite a lot. And all attack. And then elemental resistance and status resistance. Okay. Okay, next is his rational ability. And this is a 100% counter attack with all elemental resistance down. Can be stacked for 3 times. Yeah, so basically this is a very good counter attack for all types of quests. But then the shooting range is only just 3. Yeah, not so suitable for the long range attacker, so beware. And this rational ability will increase his all attack and can be stacked for 5 times for 2 turns when he getting any types of damage from any range instead. Yeah, so this is also very good as well, especially against the long range attacker. Yeah, so that at least this rational ability will animate instead of the counter attack. This passive is when you master his 2nd gate, and it added extra all attack up, and along with the magic attack, speed, and some versus the elemental. Yeah, so basically this is a compulsory passive to equip. Yeah, very good. And this passive will permanently increase his magic attack and speed, but it will reduce the status attack and alchemy effects. Yeah, so like for example, if the probability is 50%, it will slowly reduce until left 10%. So this is only very good if you want to further increase the overall attack. But then if you want to increase the status attack or alchemy effects, especially for PvP, I think you can switch around with the other passive. Yeah, but if you are using for the normal quest or hell quest, I think this will be the better choice. Yeah, more damage basically. And this passive increases his all status resistance. Very good. Yeah, so if you equip with the gear that also increase all resistance plus 30, his status resistance will be 60. And then if you equip with the runes that increase all status resistance maximum by 15, it will be 75. Yeah, so this is actually quite good for most of the quests, not just the PvP. But then if you are talking about the raid boss, it will be almost useless, I think. And this passive will increase the debuff turn by 2. Yeah, so this is also very good for all types of quests. Just imagine if you want to use him as a debuffer, you can just equip with this one. And then this passive with this one. Even though the magic attack and the other status reduce, but at least he has the R status resistance plus debuff. Yeah, very good combination. As you can see, the status resistance is about this side. And then what if I equip with the gear that increase R status resistance another 30? And most likely this will become 70 and this becomes 60. Yeah, and then with the runes. Yeah, so basically almost status immune for some of the status. Yeah, very good. This combination is really very good. But then by default, please equip this and this one. Yeah, by default. If you want to use him for attacking. Yeah, not debuff. Not for support. And next will be his Mementos. And this Mementos is for Thor and Trumpeter. Yeah, two of them. And then if you fully max this Mementos, it added extra strong versus the Elemental. Yeah, so basically it will further increase his overall attack. Yeah, along with the passive and the gear, everything. His strong versus the Elemental is really very high. And then with the all attack and reduce the dual cost. Yeah, quite good. And with the other benefit. And then next is this visual ability. It will increase his fire, water, thunder, wind resistance when his HP is more than 75%. Okay, very good. It's a permanent buff. And then if you fully max this Mementos, it further increases the resistance. Yeah, so basically more resistance, more defense. Yeah, but then it doesn't increase any light resistance or dark resistance. Yeah, so beware. And then for the Mementos leader skill, it's also quite good. It increases both physical attack and magic attack and speed. Yeah, this is a very balanced leader skill for both types, especially those creators that relies physical attack and magic attack, these two. It will be even better. But this leader skill doesn't increase any HP or dex, so beware. Okay, next is this accessory. You can actually get this from the ES quest. Yeah, so this is a free gear. And it increases his Master Jewel, magic attack, and this status resistance. Yeah, so by default, just equip this accessory. And then for the weapon ability, I will go through about it at the training arena. And then next is this accessory is from the Mementos Vision Clear Award. But this accessory is a bit different from the other Vision Clear Award. You need to unlock the Thor gear first. Yeah, from the Mementos. After that, please transmute Thor gear first. And after that, it will unlock achievement for this accessory. And it will increase death sentence resistance, magic attack, and strong versus the elemental status. But of course, if you don't have this accessory, just equip with anything you like. Yeah, maybe HP Regen Armor, Ultima Muffler, or maybe Speed Up, or maybe Tamamo Speed Gear. Yeah, up to you. And then for the weapon ability is, from the start of the map, he will apply to your allies within the area, accuracy, and evasion until your allies using any one attack. Yeah, so basically, if your allies do nothing, the evasion buff or accuracy buff is almost permanent. Yeah, you can actually team him with the evasion unit. No problem, quite good. But then the radius is only just diamond with him himself. Yeah, so maybe it's not so suitable for arena. Yeah, so I think this is quite suitable for rank battle or battlefield or maybe hell quest. Yeah, at most. And lastly is this accessory. You can actually get this from the old Mementos. Yeah, the previous Mementos. And it increases his master HP, speed, and all attack. Yeah, also very good for him overall. And of course, if you don't have this accessory, you can just equip with anything you like. Like for example, maybe from the start of the map with the slash resistance gradient up or magic resistance gradient up or whatever. Yeah, up to you. And then for the weapon ability, it's very good. It will permanently increase his R parameter and strong versus the Shin Megami Tensei Demon. Yeah, so basically it's only this R parameter, very good. Okay, this will be his overall status right now with the leader skill and everything. Yeah, consider average high. And then how about his normal attack? Okay, 7k, not bad. And about 8k. And next is his main ability, first skill. And it is an area fire magic attack with probability of Alchemist Crush. And if his HP is less than 80%, this skill will activate, which is wind damage absorb, stock immune, and free usage for 1 turn. Yeah, pretty good overall. Especially against the wind unit. Yeah, very good. But then, during the next turn, this additional skill will not activate even if his HP is less than 80%. Yeah, so beware. And then the damage is okay, about 13.5k. About 15k. Yeah, not bad. But this skill will also attack your allies, so beware. And for this second skill is a water magic attack and probability of Alchemist Freeze instead. And with the absorb fire elemental damage instead. Yeah, so this is also very good, especially against the fire unit. But then, even if you are fighting against the other elemental, at least Alchemist Freeze is quite good. But then, as you can see, the Alchemist Freeze is only just 50%, just like Alchemist Crush. But at least the skill is instant cast. As far as the damage, it's also same as the first skill. Yeah, no difference. For this third skill is a thunder magic attack and probability of paralyzed status and probability of Alchemy over, and then with the water absorb damage instead. So this is also quite good overall, especially this paralyzed status is quite good for PvP, but this is not 100%, so beware. And then the damage is okay, it is still the same as the first and second skill, and at least the probability is 75%. Yeah, higher than the first two skills. Okay, the damage is the same, no difference. This fourth skill is a wind magic and some versus a thunder. It will also reduce the enemy wind resistance before the skill attack. Yeah, so basically the damage will be higher than usual, and then with the thunder damage absorb. And the damage is okay, as you can see, it is higher than the first 3 skill. Yeah, thanks to the debuff. Okay, about 17k for the weakness. Okay, for this last skill is a light magic attack with 100% hit and some versus a dark and probability of Alchemy down. Yeah, so this is also very good since it is 100% hit. And then with the dark elemental damage absorb. And if you master his 5th gate, this skill will only target the enemies instead. And it will also remove all enemies buff before the skill attack. So this is also very good for all types of quests. Yeah, not just PvP. Yeah, I know PvP is very good, but then, seriously, very good for all types of quests. And this is the only skill that will not even target your allies. Yeah, and then the damage is okay, the damage is still the same for the non-weakness. And then for the weakness, it's considered pretty high. Yeah, thanks to the Sun versus Dark. Okay, next is his sub ability. For this first skill, he will reduce the enemy single attack, area attack, single attack resistance, area attack resistance, speed, accuracy, evasion, and can be stacked for 4 times, for 4 turns. So basically, this is almost the same as Titania, if I'm not wrong, the fairy. And then the shooting range is 4, radius is diamond. Yeah, not bad. For this second skill, he will recover your ally HP and joy regen for 1 turn. Yeah, so this is also quite good, and then it heals about this much. For this third skill, he will inflict Curse Stone status, and before the status, he will reduce the enemy status resistance for 1 turn. So once the enemy gets the stone status, it cannot be recovered anymore. Yeah, forever stone. And then the shooting range is 4. But this skill has a cast time, so beware. And for this last skill, he will increase your allies' magic attack can be stacked 4 times for 5 turns. And this magic attack increased by 50%. Total will be 200%. Yeah, so you can actually use him as a buffer, not just debuffer. Yeah, for the magic attacker, of course. And then the shooting range is 3. Radius is diamond. Yeah, also very good. Okay, next is the master ability, and for this first skill, it is an area magic attack, plus it knocks the enemy, shield, refract, absorb, and defend, and then non-type. Yeah, so basically it knocks almost all defense, and then it will increase his all attack for 1 turn before the skill attack. But this skill has a cast time, so beware, and you only can use 1 time. And the damage is okay, about 20k. And then the radius is this big. Very nice. Okay, about this high. And this skill will not even target your ally. Yeah, quite good. And for this skill, it's from his Kaigan Lasso level 20. And this skill will consume his HP by about 20% and increase his CT. And then for the 1 turn, he will have the magic damage shield graded up, and then with the debuff stop immune. Yeah, so not only this skill is very good against the magic attacker, as well as it will also easily activate the main ability additional skill. But then I think this is also not for auto, it's only for manual. Yeah, so if you are using auto, it will be useless definitely. And then you can use 5 times. Yeah, very nice. Well, basically he is jack of all trades. Very simple. And also he can debuff the enemy, buff your ally, HP recover, jewel recover, remove the buff, and with some status attack, and with high status resistance, and so and so. Yeah, so basically he can do almost everything. Combine everything together into one. But then, he is actually quite recommended, especially with the debuff and buff. Yeah, but then, if you guys have a good debuffer, good buffer, or whatever, it's optional. Thank you for watching this video. If you guys got any question about him, please comment. See ya, sayonara.